Good morning, boys and girls, or good afternoon. This is Miss Parker from Computers. Today I wanted to read you one of my favorite stories. It's called Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. A lot of you may have already heard this. Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day by Judith Forst. I went to sleep with gum in my mouth, and now there's gum in my hair. And when I got out of bed this morning, I tripped on a skateboard by mistake. I dropped my sweater in the sink while the water was running, and I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. At breakfast, Anthony found a Corvette Stingray car kit in his breakfast cereal box, and Nick found a junior undercover agent code ring in his breakfast cereal box. But in my breakfast cereal box, all I found was breakfast cereal. I think I'll move to Australia. That's very, very far away. In the carpool, Mrs. Gibson let Becky have a seat by the window. Audrey and Elliot got seats by the window too, and I said I was being scrunched. I said I was being smushed. I said if I don't get a seat by the window, I'm going to be car sick. No one even answered. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I had a car like that. That's a Volkswagen Slugbug. At school, Mrs. Dickens liked Paul's picture of the sailboat better than my picture of the invisible castle. At singing time, she said, I sang too loud. At counting time, she said, I left out 16. Who needs 16? I said. I could tell it was going to be a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. I could tell because Paul said I wasn't his best friend anymore. He said that Philip Parker was his best friend, and that Albert Moya was his next best friend, and that I was only his third best friend. I hope you sit on a tack, I said to Paul. I hope the next time you get a double-decker strawberry ice cream cone, the ice cream part falls off the cone and lands in Australia. There were 2 cupcakes in Philip Parker's lunch bag. Albert got a Hershey bar with almonds, and Paul's mother gave him a piece of jelly roll that had coconut sprinkles on top. Guess whose mother forgot to put in the dessert? It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very, very bad day. Some days are like that, huh? That's what it was, because after school, my mom took us all to the dentist, and Dr. Fields found a cavity just in me. Come back next week, and I'll fix it, said Dr. Fields. Next week, I said, I'm going to be in Australia. On the way downstairs, the elevator door closed on my foot while we were waiting for my mom to get the car. Anthony made me fall where it was muddy, and then when I started crying because of the mud, Nick said I was a crybaby. Have you ever had a day like that? I have. While I was punching Nick for saying crybaby, my mom came back to the car and scolded me for being muddy and for fighting. I'm having a terrible, no good, very bad day, I told everyone. No one even answered. So then we went to the shoe store to buy some sneakers. Anthony chose white ones with blue stripes. Nick chose red ones with white stripes. And I chose the blue ones with red stripes, but the shoe man said, "We are all sold out." They made me buy plain old white ones, but they can't make me wear them. He couldn't even get the shoes he wanted. One of those days, huh? When we picked up my dad at the office, he said I couldn't play with his copy machine, but I forgot. He also said to watch out for the books on his desk, and I was careful, well, except for my elbow. He also said don't fool around with his phone, but I think I called Australia. My dad said, "Please don't pick me up anymore." It was a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. There were lima beans in my dinner, and I hate limas. There was kissing on TV. I hate kissing. My bath was too hot. I got soap in my eyes. My marble went down the drain, and I had to wear my railroad train pajamas. I hate my railroad train pajamas. When I went to bed, Nick took but the pillow he said I could keep, and the Mickey Mouse nightlight burned out, and I bit my tongue. The cat wants to sleep with Anthony, not with me. It's been a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day. And my mom says some days are just like that. Even in Australia. Thank you for enjoying this story with me. Have a beautiful week. Bye.